What's up guys? Today in this video we're going to be talking about the time I got robbed when I was a kid. This happened when I was very young. I don't have an exact date. I think this happened when I was in 2nd or 3rd grade. I figured today I'd talk about this just because I've been doing a lot of thinking lately, a lot of self-reflection. I think that's really important, and kind of try to understand why you feel certain type of ways of certain situations and where that's from. Lately I realized, I'm a really anxious, paranoid person, especially when it comes to like my personal space. I've had bad experiences with neighbors. It's why I want a fence now. Eventually I want like a nice evergreen privacy wall, all these things. So in my childhood home, there was this tree, and this tree is like actually the focus point of a lot of stories that I'm going to tell in the future, but for this one, I was climbing it with my friend who lived in the neighborhood. He lived 2 doors down. Let's just call him Jake. So one day I'm in the tree in this backyard because I loved climbing up trees, so I was in the tree and my friend Jake was down on the ground somewhere. The way the house is set up is there is an alley here, a parking slab, a backyard, and then the house. So I'm in the backyard, parking slab is here, okay? I'm in the backyard on a tree, if you can picture this being the tree. And the garage is like somewhere here. That's the best diagram I can give you. I'm just gonna put a Google Maps view right here. This is what it looks like. So I'm in this tree, I'm hanging out, and then all of a sudden we hear these people walk up to the garage door, and there's a side door to the garage right next to the fence gate to the backyard. And I see them, and I just remember getting scared. I don't remember what I said, but whatever I expressed caused the people walking up to the garage to, bolt off. Before they took off though, they punched a hole in this side door of the garage because it was like a normal door, but then like the top panel of it was glass. Yeah, I freak out. My mom runs outside and she sees what happens and she tells Jake to go home. And I don't remember much after that. That was obviously a pretty scary moment for me, so I feel like my brain kind of just tries to block some of that out. I really don't remember much about the day other than like thinking like, damn, they just broke our window for what? Like that's what I thought happened. I just remember I went to sleep that night, and I remember I woke up, and I told this story on stream before, but I'll tell it again here on the video. Before I go further on, Mom, if you're watching this, please stop watching because I want to react to this video with you and you can fill me in on all the details as an adult now. So Mom, if you're watching, stop watching this. Anyone else that's not my mom that's watching this, comment down below if you'd look forward to my mom reacting to this video and telling me her memory of this. Okay, let's continue with the story. So the next day my mom woke me up, and I remember I was in the top bunk of a bunk bed, and she was like, I have good news and bad news. Mom, if you're watching this, leave. Stop watching. I'm serious. Anyways, my mom... just making sure she's gone. Anyways, okay, so my mom woke me up and she was like, I have good news and bad news. I think I asked for the bad news first. She told me later that night, when we were all sleeping, they came back. They were sneaky, bro. They came back, they put their hand through the hole that they punched in that glass window to unlock the side door, giving them access to the garage. And they stole everything. Some of the stuff that I remember being stolen, there was no cars in there, it was just like stuff. The grill was stolen. My mom and stepdad at the time's bikes. My big wheel. And I don't know if they took my like little battery motorcycle that I had. I can't remember. And like some other stuff that I'll have my mom verify, who's not watching right now. Yeah, they took all that. It sucked. But then I asked for the good news. And she said we were going strawberry picking. And I loved strawberry picking as a kid because it was on the way to my aunt's, and then we would go swimming after sometimes or come home and eat the strawberries. And yeah, I have a good memory of strawberries because of that. We just went to strawberry picking, my mom and I, and it was fun. I loved that. Just searching for like the best strawberry. She showed me what a good strawberry is, and I would just search. It was like what we did back then, like, primal shit, like hunting for food and all that. And I love that. So anyways, moving on. So I think my mom told me that we're like going to a new farm and it was like far away. And you know how like when you're sleeping in a car, you can kind of just feel when you're at your destination and you wake up at like the perfect time? We got there, I wake up at the perfect time. You know, the farm just, I was like, I'm not seeing any strawberry fields. I was very suspicious. I remember waking up like, where are we? And not the like the type of you had a good sleep in the car ride type where are we? It was more of like a, we have a new area of the map unlocked. The weirdest part when I knew I wasn't at a strawberry farm was there is all of these like puppies. And that's when my mom basically told me like, you know, we're gonna get a puppy. Everything clicked because I believe before that I was sitting next to my mom on a computer and she was asking me something along the lines of like, what do you think a good name is for a dog? Not telling me we would get one from my memory, but like, you know, what do I like? And I remember we came up with Finnegan, and that's what we end up naming the dog. That was the time we got robbed. It was like a bittersweet experience. Now the story's not done here. It gets crazier. I remember one day they told me that they found the stuff. And just over time I found out that like less than 3 blocks away, these kids were playing with the bikes, my bike, their bikes, in the street. And in their backyard, the police later found my parents' like grill and all that stuff. I believe the story went that my stepdad at the time was coming back from work, and while he was driving back and he was close to being home, he saw all our stuff. At least that's how I like figured out over time. But yeah, y'all, like that all ties into my point earlier is I feel like it's like this deep distrust in, you know, your neighbors because you never know. It's just crazy to think about like an event that you had in the past can affect you so much in the future. And I'm not saying that one event caused whatever, you know, up here, but that's definitely an event that I remember that, you know, it scared me as a kid. We did end up getting most of the stuff back. And, you know, I guess that's a good ending because that led to going strawberry picking. And yeah, that's how I got my first dog too. That's the story. That's really it. You know, luckily no one got hurt. I really don't know the rest of the details, you know, like if they press charges or not or anything like that. But I guess that's a question for the future video when I interview my mom. Mom, if you watch this whole video, you just ruined it. Anyways, guys, I appreciate y'all listening. Hope the new mic is good. I've been having terrible audio in my videos lately. Hopefully this is a nice improvement. If it was, put it down in the comments. I don't know if you can see it, but I've been on like a comfy love sack, trying to just get it like a vibe that, you know, this is a safe space to express, you know, yourself. And this is a moment that happened with me. If you ever had a moment like that, maybe comment down below if you feel comfortable. But I appreciate y'all watching and hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye.